Hey everybody, this is Kiki from Niar Designs. I pray you're all doing well and are doing something that makes you happy. I am really late with this one, but you guys know I was in the hospital and not feeling my best. But I did want to do something for this because it's a lot of fun, and I thought, I hoped that it would give you guys some ideas for this specific project. Anyway, for How Do You Do Art, it is hosted by Sharyl at The Whole Bucket. Of course, her link will be in the description, as well as everybody else in the group that is joining in this month's project. This month's project is called Save Stamp September. And I'll explain what that is in just a sec. But first, let's get to our God's gift box. And the Lord also will be a refuge for the oppressed, a refuge in times of trouble. Psalm 9:9. Thank you, God, for your protecting love. Make us able to face those times when we must suffer. Doesn't that paint a picture? Okay. So what this month's project is, and Sharyl is so talented with picking out our project or challenge, if you will, for every month. But this month is a lot of fun, and I've done some of this with you a few months ago, I'd say. We made like stamps together and such. But Save Stamp September is things that you would normally throw out. Try to save them back and try stamping with them. So I have a few things, as you can see, and these were all things that were either going to be thrown out or things that you would consider junk. So some of these are kind of funny, actually. These are from washi tapes, the inside rings. So, of course, I, as many of you, like circles. So, of course, I kept that. This is an empty, like chapstick kind of thing, but it's Carmex. But I don't know if you can see that, but the bottom has like these little ridges. So we'll see if those come out. Of course, fave bubble wrap. This was under a chair. So we'll see if that pattern comes out. This poor crooked cardboard, it was in a box. So I took that. I love this. I just took different sizes of rubber bands and I did it into like a grid. So that's one. This is one of those soap saver things, but, and I have used this before, as you can see. These are spools from different types of threads, and I did try this one out to see if it worked because it's it's very old, so, and it's like broken in a few places and it's a little warped, so I did see if this one would work, and it does. This one, some of you know I was in the hospital not too long ago, and because it had something to do with my intestines, and I wasn't able to eat. So they gave me these sponge things that you put in the water and then you can put around, your mouth so you're not so dry. So I I asked for some more, and the nurse kind of looked at me because by that time I was able to eat and drink. And I said, "Oh, no, no, no. I want to use them for stamps." So, so she gave me a couple. Yeah. So there you have it. And I have paint and stamp pads. So one, I have the Stays On in jet black. I have the Recollections archival in coffee. This one, I don't know. I thought I would really like the color. I don't know if it's the stamp pad. I don't know. It's weird. I also have the two oxides that I use the most, which is, again, this is Ranger and Tim Holtz Distress Oxide Walnut Stain and Scorched Timber. So have that. For paint, I have 3 acrylic paints that I want to use, black, brown, and then I want this gold. It's like a metallic-y gold. I don't know. I don't know if this is going to turn out the way I want. So I might just do splatters with this because it is very transparent. So we'll see. Now, the papers. I guess it was last week or so that I showed you how I made these papers. Actually, I showed you these. And this is using just paint and watercolor on that one. These have the same watercolor paint thing, but it has vintage sewing pattern paper on it. And then these two have, those cheap napkins that you get at the, at like a drive-through or, restaurant type of thing. So I have them. And today, earlier, I just wanted to play, and I wanted to play with different colors and larger sheets. So I did 2 more using those napkins. And I have to say, I really, really like using these cheap napkins. They do tear. You can see you have to be very careful. I think this one, this one tore here, but it's kind of hard to see. But this one you can see here and here, there's like little tears. But, it's junk journaling. It is what it is. It's good. But I do like how the colors came out on this one. So I think let's start with these. And oh, by the way, in case you didn't watch that video, I use Elmer's glue. Put Elmer's glue on top of the paper. I stick it on, and then once it's completely on, I do another layer of clear Elmer's glue. And as you can see, I use this a lot. I love using this with napkins or tissue paper, vintage sewing paper, anything like that. It's good for. If you're going to use it like copy paper or anything like that to stick together, I don't know if I would recommend that because it will warp your paper. I think it doesn't warp this as much because there's another layer on top. That's the only thing I can think of because it will warp. It's water-based, so it will do that. But let's try these two, and then we can go on. This one, I want to see, it is textured, and I did want to leave the texture. So I don't know if that's going to be a hindrance or not. We shall see. So let's try. I think I'll use the Stays On Jet Black and the Scorched Timber on this one. And then maybe the Walnut Stain and the Coffee on this one. Let's see how that goes. Okay, let's stay with this one first. And we'll see what we get, right? Because some of these, again, I've used before. Some I have not. I do want to try this because I want to see if those, those little ridges come out. So I probably shouldn't try this on textured. I don't know if you can see that, but these little ridges do come out. So you can see the little, that would be cute for like inside of a flower. All right, let's put a couple more. Yeah, that one didn't come. That's okay. That's okay. Let's try down here. And let me get, hang on. Oh, see, look. You can see it a lot more here. That's much better on something that's plain. Not textured meaning. But I do want to get like a little cushion underneath me, because that sometimes does help stamping. Now, I have tried this, and I know that it works better with paint, and I'm assuming that that's the case because it's a sponge. So I'm not going to use it with that. I will probably use it with the black paint. But I do want, let's do this one. And let's go kind of off. Ooh, that wasn't a very, yeah. I forgot it was on something and I went sideways. That really wasn't that great. Now, why aren't these working? I swear it worked. It could be just the paper. Yeah, see? I mean, it's not the best, but again, we're talking garbage stuff, so. All right, let's see if this one works on this paper. Yeah, see, none of them are working. I wonder if it's, well, that kind of stinks. Yeah, it's not working. Well, there goes my whole thing. Oh, I'm so bummed. I'm so bummed. Yeah, it's not working on that. And as you can tell, it does work. Maybe, so it's not the stamp pad. It is quite wet. See? So let's see, maybe if I stand. Oh, that worked well. Okay. That worked quite well. Let me get just a piece of paper towel because I want to do this maybe that way. Okay. That worked well. Okay. Let's clean the stamp. Well, let's clean the rubber bands as much as we can. That's fine. Now I wonder if this then will work. Let's see. And of course, you guys already know I'm going to be a complete mess by the time we're done with this experiment. But that's okay, right? Oh, that came out okay. That came out okay. All right, let's get that piece of paper because I want some of that like hanging off the side here. And then maybe one down here. So let's see if we can do it over here. Okay, that's not bad. And then over here. Oh, that came out okay. It looks like it has like the little dots in the center, and that's because when I folded it, this was inside, see? So it came out like little dots. That's okay though, I kind of like that. That's pretty cool. Okay, what should we do then? Let's see if this will work. Again, I have no idea. The only thing I can think of is that this is very textured and it has, you know, obviously something on top of it. That's the only thing I can think of. Yeah, not great, but again, these are all backgrounds, so it is what it is, but at least we know. Yeah, not the best. Okay, let's see. Let's get some circles. Let's see if the bubble wrap will work. Because I'm just really confused at that, to be honest. So maybe I'm thinking that paint would work better. All right, that's not the greatest, but it is what it is. We're going to keep on going because that's what we do. All right, not the greatest, to be honest. I'm not thrilled with the outcome. Okay, I'm not going to even try with this and on this paper. So I'm going to put that to the side. Yeah, I'm going to use, and this is just from the Dollar Tree. Let's put a little bit of this on the black mat. If I have to use a brush, let me get some water then. Just my water jug open. If I have to, you know, use a brush, I will. Because I want to see if the paint would work better. Let's get you. Okay, and let's put you here. Now, I did notice with this, you can't push it too, you know, you can't squeeze it down because, see, that worked much nicer. You can't smush it because if you like smush it, it won't have like that pattern. Let's try here. Yeah, that's fine. And we'll do one like off the page. Yep, that's okay. That's okay. Let's clean that. All right, now should we give this a try and see? Yeah, let's dip that in. I'm thinking this will work now with the paint. Yeah, not the greatest. Oh, but it did work. Let's put another here. Okay, that came out better. And then one here. Yeah, that, see, it's much better. Okay, well, at least we know now that paint works. Will that fit? No, I didn't think it would. Okay, let me try this. Let's get some paint and just go around. This might be a longer video than normal, you guys. So for those of you that like the longer videos, here you go. For those of you that do not, I'm sorry. That didn't work well at all. Maybe I didn't put, you know what, let's just do it this. Oh, no, that's that's really not what I meant to do. Oh my gosh, you guys, always, you know, I have to mess. I have to mess up somehow. It's just gonna happen. It's just gonna happen. I'll put that in the water. Oh my goodness, I'm telling you. All right, let's see. Let's see. Oh yeah, see, it's doing what I didn't want done. But okay, it's fine. It's fine. It's fine. Let's see if this works now. At least better. Oh, okay. I'm happy with that. Yeah, I'm happy with that. That's okay. And I'll put a little here. Okay, I'm happy with that. It got paint all inside of it, but that's okay. It's me, so it's fine. Now, where is that? Should we try? Let's try the big one because we don't have any big circles. So that's quite a lot, but I'm assuming that this will work too. Yeah, I moved it, so, but that's okay. Let's put another one here. And I don't know why it's not. And we'll put one here. Okay. Paint off as much as we can anyway. Okay. All right, and there we go. That's that. Now that we know that with this paper, if you did this with me, or if you plan on doing a napkin or something, maybe maybe stamp it if you're not going to use paint. I'm saying if you're just going to use the stamp pads, maybe do it before you glue. So after you watercolor it, you dry it with your dry tool, your heat tool, then stamp it, and then glue it on. But if you're going to do that, it has to be the permanent, you know, this, or not specifically stays on, but permanent. It has to be the permanent pigments. Meaning, if you use the oxide or the distress, excuse me, the distress ink that's not permanent, you activate it with water. So if you put the glue on it, it will activate it again. So you're not going to get a clear stamp. It will run. But maybe that would work better. But I mean, for a background, I do like it because I was planning on using this in a journal as a page. And I do like how that came out. I think that's kind of cool. So we'll keep that one. Now then, with this one, I did want to use the browns and the golds. But now, I don't know. So you know what we'll do? I'm not going to clean that up yet. Let's test it. Let's test it really quick. Should we? I'm thinking. I really like. Well, I knew I was going to do that. And I was just going to say, I don't want to put it all the way in because it's going to make a big mess on the inside and I don't want it to be gloopy. And what do? I stick it all the way in. Oh my goodness. Only me. All right, let's try it. Well, that wasn't extremely brilliant. Because I really like that. And yeah, see, I can see it a little bit, but I think that this brown is too light. And I don't have a darker brown. But I do have, I'm trying to think of what I have. I do have sprays. And I have the re-inkers. But I don't know if I want. Let's try the sprays. I'll spray some on the glass mat. I'm going to pause you. I'm going to get my sprays out. We'll see. Let's see if it works. If not, I'll just go to the black again and we'll do it with the black paint. But I really did want browns on this one. Or we can. Let me get the sprays and then I'll be back. Okay, so I haven't tried it yet. I got the Distress Oxide spray in walnut stain. So I'm just going to spray a little on my mat here. Let's clean switch 10. Just spray some on here. Hopefully you can see. And then let's do this one. I don't know if this is going to work because it's so thin, you know, obviously it's watery, but yeah, it works. So if you have sprays, you can use this, and it is a darker brown, so I do like the color. Okay, that's good to know. Let's see if it works on my little Carmex thing, which I don't know. Yeah, I mean, the circle is there. You just don't see those little things, you know. Oh, I almost put that in the black. No, let's see. And some black will probably mix in with this, which it's fine with me. I don't. My goodness, I'm making a mess as usual. Yeah, okay, so that worked. Let's. The only thing is this dries so quickly. I wanted to make bigger circles. No, I don't want to use it on that. All right, I think, oh, this is killing me doing this. All right, I think that's good for the spray. We know that it works okay. I do have another thing of acrylic paints that my husband got for me. This looks like it's darker than this. So let's put a little bit on here. And, oh yeah, quite darker. Okay. And we can see, because I do want this bigger circle. Get my brush. Yeah, this is going to be, I'm sorry, you guys, this is taking forever, but I don't want to do this, you know, half and half, where I'm saying, oh, let's try this, and then we don't try it. So let's do what we can. Now, you may have something that obviously works a lot better than what I have, because clearly, and again, I think it's the paper. I think it's because of the texture. Yeah, see, you can't really, I don't know if you can see it. The walnut stain, because it's an oxide, I love the colors that it's leaving. More so than that. Oh boy. Okay. I'm not crazy about this. So the next thing we can do is, because you might have stamp pads, especially if you're anything like me, you might have a few of these oxides. And I do like how this came out with the spray. So what I'm thinking is, let's, oh, I just re-inked it. Okay, well, that might be in our favor. All right, let's just put a little bit here. I am going to, I was going to say I'm going to spritz it with water, but I'm a little nervous to do that. So let's try without the water. Let's see if anything happens. Not really. Yeah. All right, let me just spray it. It's just water. Just a little bit to get it moving. And let's see if this does anything. Because this is going to make me so sad. Okay, see, now that worked. That worked a lot better. So if you have the oxide, distress oxide ink pads, put it on your mat if you have a glass mat, or, you know, something that you don't care if it stains or won't stain or what have you. And then add a little water to it. And it works. Let's see if it works on this guy. And it works a lot better. Much, much better. I don't think that this is going to work, only because, again, it actually works better than I thought. I don't know if you can see the little indentations in that, but it did work. I do want to try this sponge thing. I don't know if I'm picking up enough, but we shall see. No, I didn't pick up enough. Let's put a little bit more water. It's kind of dried out. Let's try. Oh, I think I put too much water. Oh, it's okay. It's all good. It's just an experiment. Okay, well, not the greatest because I smushed it down. See what happens when you smush it down? It doesn't really have the little indentations like the little flower. Let's see if I don't. If I just hold it for a second. No, it's not thick enough. Okay, well, now we know. Oh, now, why did it come out so good on that? Oh my goodness. All right, let's try this and see if we can get enough color on this guy, which I don't think so. I don't think there's enough left, to be honest. But it doesn't hurt to try. The worst that can happen is that we put a picture over it. Actually, that worked out quite well. Better than I thought it was going to be honest. Let's try on here, because this has this little bend in the napkin. Little texture point. So let's, okay. I'm feeling better about this. Let's try here. And I'm not going to do, oh, that turned out really well. Okay, I'm not going to do this on there. Let's try it on just using the stamp pad. And let's see if I, oh, that's right, that's okay. That's good enough. And again, if black comes out of it, I really don't care. It's fine with me. That's fine. Maybe some here. Okay, maybe a little more down here. That's what happens. Okay, there we go. Okay, I like that. I wonder if we should try this guy again. Let's try this guy again. I really like this one that has the ooh. Yeah, I got black. I have to, oh my gosh, I made such a mess, you guys. I made such a mess on my ink. Oh no. Yeah, one turned out. I don't know why. I guess because I'm scared to now push down on it because I made such a mess. All right, let's see if we can. Well, it's gonna be, there's black in it, but I'm good with it. Okay. So I think the paint worked. I don't know if I want to. Should we try? Let's try. Because we haven't tried this. So, worst case is that, and I'm wiping everything that I just put on. Wiped it off. Okay. crazy about it, but let's put a little bit more here. Yeah, not really. Okay, well, there goes that. Okay, so, I mean, I do like this one. I think what I'm going to do, but I really like I was going to say I can add black to this, but I really do like this darker brown on here. I wish I had a darker brown paint, because then I could do everything that I want to do. Because I really like this color with the rest of like these blues and greens, turquoises, and like reds and oranges and stuff. I really like the brown. I think the black on this one would be a little too harsh, which is why I'm trying to stay away from it. But okay, I think that's going to be enough for today. In the comments, let me know if you have done this, what has worked for you, number one. Number two, if you have any other ideas of what I can use for stamps, you know, things that we would normally throw away, get out of the bin, you know, recycling bin, whatever. Let me know your thoughts. And if you have a way, I mean, I guess I can always mix paints together. I really don't like doing that, because then I can't give you like the right, you know, the color. But I guess I can mix the black and the brown, the darkest brown and this black together, and see what comes up. You guys let me know. Let me know if you have any other ideas of what I can do to make this better, or to use something that, oh my goodness, I probably have it all over my face now. Anyway, let me go wash my hands. I'm going to say goodbye for now. I will wish you all an extremely blessed rest of your night, day, or morning, wherever you are in this world. God bless you. I love you guys so much. Thank you again for the subscriptions, the likes. Helps me so much. And your comments just make my day. It truly brings me joy. So keep commenting. Anyway, I love you guys. Bye. We'll see you soon.